I use text to or speech to text when I'm driving around. I got frustrated with it yesterday because I was trying to send a sort of flirty text to my girlfriend.
I can't do speech to text because it just makes me feel like I'm a drill sergeant. I can't wait to do you tonight. Period.
I'm so hard for you right now. Period.
You better not be on your period. Period.
Welcome to the Oh Hell Yeah podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Oh Hell Yeah. I'm Eddie Della, Siepe.
And I'm Brent Flyberg.
We're here. We're peers.
Get used to it.
We're here in beautiful Spiderhouse Rules Studios. Before we get into the episode, do this show a favor. Subscribe to the podcast. Hit the notification bell. Help the show grow. Leave a comment. Share these episodes. It really helps the show out. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, follow the show. Leave a comment. It helps us. Gets us in the sweet algorithm that we're dying to get a part of.
Yeah, and you've probably got somebody in your life who you've been meaning to reconnect with, someone you lived with in college, an old high school friend, say, hey, have you heard this podcast? And then, it's a great way to get back into the swing of things with your friend, and then we get a new listener. Everybody wins.
Yes, you have an estranged son that you've ignored for years.
This is how you get back in his life.
Sean Kemp, you're listening. You've got 20 kids scattered around America. I'm sure they would love a podcast and to hear from you.
Yes, come on. And they'd love our podcast.
I really think the Rain Man would like us.
I think so, too.
He would love you.
I met him once.
No.
True story.
Did he try to... Sorry.
He was like, where's your mom? You got any sisters?
Did you really meet the Rain Man?
I did. I met him at Hoop Fest 2010.
This sounds like we went to AI and like, make me a story for the podcast involving a basketball player.
No, I was
Hoop Fest.
Hoop Fest is the world's largest 3-on-3 tournament. It takes place in Spokane, Washington every year. I've played it in a couple years. That was the same year I tore my ACL.
Man, been there.
Yeah.
Oh, man, tearing muscles just playing games I love.
You would have gone pro.
I would have got but the accident. Low key, Seattle basketball town.
It sure was, still kind of is.
No,
but it's
pros
not the
come out
same.
of there.
Yeah, a lot of pros come out of there, but there's no pro team anymore. Is all I'm saying.
It was big. They should do like a mini documentary about that.
They should.
Because a lot of like Jamal Crawford,
Jason Terry, Brandon Roy,
Nate Robinson.
Yeah, a lot of hoopers coming out. Paulo Banchero. Actually, I don't think.
No.
Did he went to UW, but I don't think he's from there.
What about
Michael Porter Jr. Went to the same high school as my cousin.
Markelle Fultz?
Markelle Fultz was a UW grad, but I don't remember if he was from there originally.
Yeah, I think the theory was, I think I watched or read something that it rains so much that they're always playing in gyms.
You got to be, yeah. They're always playing in jeans?
Gyms.
Oh.
And the word they could really mean a lot. They, athletes in basketball. Don't look at the percentages of which athletes I'm referring to racially.
That's true, because you growing up in Seattle, so many recesses are indoor recess that basketball. I should have played more basketball. Should have focused on basketball.
Didn't Pearl Jam... They were going to call themselves Mookie Blaylock.
I think that's true.
Yeah, and because they loved the players so much, and I think that's why the first album was called 10, because that was his jersey number.
Oh, wow.
And my brother who was born in 89, doesn't remember the 90s, grew up in the 2000s, obviously, but loves that era of music as I did.
Yeah.
I'd have so many CDs. I would bootleg CDs. I would go to the extent of
You were bootlegging?
I was bootlegging, man.
Were you getting them from the library and then ripping them and putting them on your
I
gear?
would rip them off of Napster and LimeWire. Good old. Remember the good old days?
Dude, when you could just get any music you wanted for free, but it felt kind of dangerous.
Kind of dangerous. You're just like, ooh. The lead singer of Metallica must hate my guts right now.
The drummer too.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
They outspoken about that.
Yeah, the drummer especially. And you know what? We all shit on him, and he was kind of right.
Yeah. As artists, as we know it right now, as comedians, he really.
It's kind of impossible to make money making any sort of artistic product now, and it's sort of our fault.
Yeah, we really pushed against that guy. We're like, no, let us be free. And
just give us your music for free, you fucking baby.
You boomer metal god.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
he was right in some ways because he was like, "You'll be," because I think at the time we were all like, "You'll be fine, shut up." But it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we weren't thinking about smaller artists.
so I used to like go to the extent of like printing out the covers and the sticker on the
Wow.
Duralex. Remember
You
the-
would get the sticker for the CD and everything,
and I would like Photoshop it and stick it on.
Wow.
And I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I was fooling myself, being like, "Wow, I bought this
yeah,
CD."
I really got it. Is it so that you could have somebody come over and flip through your giant like?
I think I just
CD
like having a
case?
collection that wasn't just all a bunch of like a stack of blanks.
yeah, with the Sharpie on them.
There was like a real business in my high school. This one kid had like a catalog, and he was like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Oh, can I get the new Nas album? Can I get the new Naughty by Nature album? Whatever." And he would have this booklet in high school, and you just pick, and then you'd give you a CD the next day for $10.
That's
It was very
what
resourceful.
an industrious, resourceful young man, and a pretty good deal for you.
Pretty good deal for me. And my brother, okay. Listen, everything I say in this podcast is 100% true. I don't lie, okay?
He would never.
You're not a woman I'm trying to press at a bar
come on.
or a future employer.
Yeah.
You're the podcast fans. You're the oh hell yars.
Oh hell yars.
Oh hellraisers.
Oh, Hellraisers.
Hey.
Hey.
Cavernous belly button boy likes the oh hellraisers.
I like it.
If you're an oh hellraiser, if we ever do a live show and you come to me and you say, I'm an oh hellraiser, I will kiss you.
We'll kiss you. We'll kiss you right on the mouth.
We'll tag team you. As long as you're a man. And
Yeah.
you say
And
you say it's
willing.
cool. Yes.
Consent, enthusiastic consent is
For
important.
big consenters. In fact, I love consent so much, I will look at a woman for my whole life and be like, "You consent to this? Sign this, please." Okay. This is laminated.
not
Don't worry.
legally binding.
It won't get wet.
Don't worry, nothing's gonna get
Speaking
wet.
of which, my brother my middle brother used to work at an adult video store.
Cool.
All right.
At what age?
Here's the thing about having immigrant parents. You just tell them I'm working at a store. Like, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't really look into it.
But what was he? He was an under 18 working at a.
No,
Okay.
no. I think he was like over 19.
Okay.
Working at an adult video store.
Okay.
My father used to play, he's a very European guy. He used to drink espresso and play cards with friends. He used to play cards with all these other old Italian guys because my dad was born in 39. He was really old growing up. In the same plaza, he would see his friends and play cards with them at this billiards.
Yeah.
So his son was working in an adult video store in the plaza, and he
he's
was
in there just.
playing cards. It really does sound like a scene from Goodfellas or something.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son's working at the porn shop. He's moving product, you know?
Yeah, but also it's kind of nice, you know. They're all in the same.
Yeah.
Kind of, they're maybe not hanging out, but you know where each other are.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of nice.
There's some illegal gambling. There's pornography. So my brother used to burn porn DVDs.
Hell yeah.
Because remember the towers?
Yeah.
Remember you have like a multi-disc tower?
Yeah,
And you
the media towers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then you burn, right? So you put a DVD here and then a blank,
Yeah.
and then you watch the like the whole burner thing going.
Mm-hmm.
And he would just sit there and just burn DVDs for hours.
Of course.
because no one. And he always said
Were
like
these for a personal stash, or was he selling these?
he was selling them,
Hell yeah.
and it's kind of like such a cool crime because no customer is going to rat on you because they're avoiding eye contact at all
Yeah.
costs.
Yeah.
There was the cameras were obviously on them, but they didn't know what he's doing. He's just probably playing DVDs or something.
Yeah.
So they never really looked into it.
They were like, "Hey, he's just watching porn all day.
Yeah,
He works at the porn store."
he's a good employee. He's doing research.
yeah.
As long as he's not touching himself. But he told me that that's what he would do, and I only found this out because one day I was in his room, and there was a bag, and I went like this. I was like, "What the hell is this bag doing here?" And it was like a garbage bag, and I moved it. I was like, "It sounded like."
Just
Like
the clatter of
plastic.
Yeah.
And I open up, it's just, dude, I'm not kidding, like a garbage bag full of bootleg pornography.
That's so sick.
Like, what was he gonna do with it?
Probably
Inventory?
sell it to somebody, right?
It's tons of inventory. I don't know. Maybe it was
Who is he selling them to? His
know.
friends?
Because he can't sell it.
Kids?
Kids.
Was he just hanging out at middle schools? Like, hey, I know what you guys want.
Do you guys remember? That guy, did he ever exist outside the 70s and 80s? Just a guy,
honestly, I hope not. As I said it, I was like, actually, that guy's a pervert.
Yeah, he's not selling cigarettes to girls, and that's it. He's like, hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. He's like hoping that they do more in his van with that shag
Yeah,
carpet.
I think what I was describing was assault.
We used to give him out on Halloween. He's like, what's this? It's a video about Spider-Man.
You just hold on to that. You're going to want it later.
It's like, Spider-Man? Yeah, he shoots a hell of a web.
Yeah, he's going to shoot something.
Oh, yeah, all over Mary Jane. It's like, sir. Was it Mary Jane?
Mary Jane was a Spider-Man
Was it a girl?
love interest. There was Mary Jane and Gwen.
Yeah.
Mary Jane was, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's. That was Mary Jane.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, how did we get on this topic? I don't know how we get on any topic.
Bootleg CDs, Pearl Jam.
Oh, we talked about
Seattle.
burning CDs, Napster. Yeah. What's new with you? What's going on? I did your show last night.
He
Super
did.
fun.
Shout
Nico's Wine Bar.
Shout out
Sports.
to Eddie. Had a great set at Sports every third Sunday. Next one's November 17th at Nico's. Come on out. Yeah, we had a great time. We did some fun bits. We did a kiss cam. Were you still there when we did the kiss cam?
No, I took off.
Yeah.
Because the Dodgers were
Yeah.
in the midst of it all.
Yeah.
Let me see. Was that the suit you wore at my wedding?
It was.
Ooh. Here's the thing about the gray suit. I realized something. One guy in a gray suit, fine. Two guys in a gray suit walking, injury lawyers.
Injury attorneys, yeah.
You guys, there's something about two guys in a gray suit. Because you see one guy in a gray suit, you're like, hey, he's got a gray suit. But two, it's like, are you guys here to start a franchise or something?
Yeah, honestly, we should do a photo shoot and make fake billboards.
That'd be amazing.
That would-
Or make fake commercials about were you injured in an accident?
Were you injured in a sports-related accident?
Yeah.
You might be entitled to a great comedy show.
Did you get fat watching sports? Someone's at fault.
Come to Nico's this day and we'll help you get money. Yeah.
Do athletes make you feel bad about your own body? I think you deserve some money for that.
And also, you're beautiful.
God made you perfect the way you are, but your monstrosity of a carcass deserves more money. What else is going on? So I did your show. Here's the thing. Here's the thing I will say, and I can say this because I'm a married man, right? That Nico Wine Bar, if you're ever in Los Angeles, check it out. It's a really cool spot, preferably on November 17th at 7:30, 6:30. Yeah, it starts a little later. But really push it, which is totally fine. But the Dodgers were on. I'm like, oh, God. But fun show. But the space is cool. But what we noticed, and I can say this because I'm a married guy.
Sure.
It is a hot girl spot.
It is. I don't know what it is.
It's a hot girl spot.
I think it's partially. I think that.
What is it?
I think part of it is that the person who owns it, who planned it out, who made the sort of aesthetic,
Yes.
is a woman.
A
And
hot
so
girl?
I think she's like a professional peer, so I don't feel comfortable.
Oh, okay. I
commenting on her
don't know who
appearance,
these people are.
But let's just say she knows how to get into the mind of a hot girl, and I think that is part because I've noticed that a lot of like first dates are happening down there.
Really?
And I think yes,
She's marketing to her demo of
Yes.
like, let's just call them fashion forward women who are
Los Angeles residents.
Los Angeles. So you can kind of
You can connect the dots.
yeah,
there.
they got a yoga pass thing,
Yeah. Oh,
a class pass.
They get class pass.
Yeah, they know where all the Michelin star restaurants are on the east side of Los Angeles. Their ex is a DJ, and I refuse to watch his stories because I know he checks. Or maybe he I don't know, is a restaurateur, or maybe he's got a podcast.
He almost definitely has a podcast.
For sure.
Yeah.
But
not as good as this one.
It's a hot girl spot.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I went there was because you invited me.
Yeah.
And I was like floored. And then all these beautiful women in like 30s were all staring at you. And I was like, They must be like looking at me being like, he's taken.
Yeah.
And looking past me.
They could smell it on you.
Yeah, no wedding ring was involved, but I just got boyfriend vibes.
Yeah, you give off real strong boyfriend vibes.
Yeah, I got boyfriend, little dog vibes,
Yeah.
but not a kid because that'd be insane for me to have a child. Although, nah.
It wouldn't be insane, but I think if someone didn't know you and saw you, they could think, yeah, that guy could have a kid.
I can't be a dad. There's no way. I know this because the disdain I have to children in public is so palpable. It's obvious.
Well, this is a bad time to bring up that I'm pregnant and it's yours.
Oh God. We're in the right state. You can get rid of that. But no, I'm not a kids guy. I don't know. Which is a big turnoff to women.
I could tell by the way you said kids guy.
I know, right? Nah.
Not really into these non-verbals.
Well, a non-verbal child. You mean a baby? Yeah. Non-verbal age, small
This
age baby.
non-verbal child is making loud, plaintive sounds. The baby is crying? Yes.
Yeah. Nonsensical, will you? Baby. Yeah, I'm not, here's the thing. Okay. I'm not, maybe if I had my own kid, I'd be like, hey, this is my little kid.
Sure.
But I feel like I'm self-aware enough to know that I'm so guarded because look at the dog. I was not a dog guy at all. I was like, ugh. Then the dog, I got the dog and I unlocked every emotion I had towards that I could have towards anything that's vulnerable or smaller than me that needs my help to be taken care of. And now I'm like the crazy dog parent.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm like, I could go out with my wife for 2 hours and have a nice meal and be like, I guess we're terrible parents. We just leave our dog at home. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess you don't want to play with your dog? Oh, because you hate your dog. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, God.
He's been trying to get his dog into the best school in the country. It's been a whole thing.
Well, they just hate the color of my dog. Racists. But
His dog is white.
oh, okay. Do you hate my dog because it's white or beige?
Wow, in 2024.
Wow. But it's a hot girl spot, and it's such a cool little vibe down. No windows.
No windows.
It's not.
Have
really-
we talked about this before? The rumors that I've heard about the space?
No.
That it used to be a recording studio,
Really?
and that it was the recording studio where the Black Eyed Peas recorded "Let's Get It Started."
No.
This is a rumor I've heard.
What?
This is a rumor I've heard.
Ella Funk?
Ella Funk.
No.
Yeah, so they were down there hitting the hard R word.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. And so are you.
Yeah. Just as to pay respect to the people who came before.
The Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
Wow. Will.i.am, Apple the App,
the Apple, Fergie.
Fergie, and
There was someone before
the
Fergie.
Native American Mexican dude.
I thought that was Apple to Apple.
No, that's a little dude with a mohawk.
Oh.
Who's the other guy? Oh, Taboo.
Babu.
No.
Something Ab.
Yeah.
Something-
ABBA?
Abba.
No.
Abba to Apple.
Oh, damn it. That's just Black Eyed.
Bibbity Babbity.
Bibbity Babbity. Black Eyed Peas. What was the last guy? I could see his face.
I don't. Yeah, I can picture this guy, but I thought that was Apple Man.
Black
I thought
Eyed
that was.
Peas.
I
Okay,
thought
here we
that
go.
was Tim Apple.
Members of the Black Eyed Peas. Let's go.
Okay.
So we got Will.i.am,
Of course, everybody's favorite.
Apple the App,
Apple the App.
Fergie,
Fergie.
Taboo.
Taboo. We were close.
We were very close.
We were really close.
The Black Eyed Peas really did have a moment, didn't they?
They really did.
Yeah, they were kind of like this indie hip hop group. I remember burning their CD.
I bet you did.
Yeah, made the cover and everything. And then they got Fergie, and they were just like, "We're a pop."
And they did that. They did that song with Justin Timberlake. Where's the love?
Where is the love?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a
yeah.
smash hit, and then they became global superstars.
Yeah. What was the song that really got them? Was it that one?
I mean, that was the one I think kind of pushed them towards mainstream, and then I think it was maybe Let's Get It Started.
Right. Which originally was the R word.
Yeah. Which is so freaking crazy to think about. That was just a song that they put out that was on pop radio, and they just played it with. Oh,
It's crazy
man.
how times have changed. Like that word like an executive was like, love it.
Yeah.
Well, what about the mental people mental disabilities? Like,
They don't buy shoes.
they
or
don't know how to
something.
press play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's okay. Print it.
Yeah. Let it rip, dude. They don't buy ad space. But yeah, that's the rumor I've heard. I've also heard a rumor that someone has killed themselves in that room.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like whoever used to own the studio before it became like a bar and a wine shop. Who knows? Who knows if any of this is true? This is just haunted LA kind of stuff.
We don't know. Yeah, I think Los Angeles has different types of haunted, different types of ghosts.
Different types of ghosts.
Because everywhere else in the country, you're like, oh, some guy murdered his family in this home, or another one like, oh, some guy like killed a lover here, or some guy hung himself here, or whatever, whatever. But in L.A., the ghosts are like, oh man, this guy saw his podcast numbers and blew his brains out.
A woman bombed her self-tape audition.
she just like went in her car and started running it in the garage. Yeah.
Oh, have I told you yet that I found out that my apartment is like not famous, but like notable in a small way?
How so?
It's in a book of photographs by this artist, Ed Ruscha, who is a sort of famous, like he's still alive and he's sort of famous. Like he has, like there is a photograph of my apartment that is in the collection at the Whitney, which is a big museum in New York.
Yeah.
And a drawing that he did based on that photograph is in like the Cleveland Art Museum or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he made a book where he drove around and took pictures of different apartments in LA and put
And
them-
your book? Oh wait, I know what this book is. I think.
It's called like I think it's called like Some Apartments in LA.
Oh, I've seen this. Because some of the apartments in Los Angeles have this really cool architecture in the front and made it look like it was almost like a resort kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
And they got these cool funky clocks.
Yes.
I think you showed me a link to this.
Maybe I did. Yeah, the dingbats. Have we talked about this? Maybe we talked about this already. I don't know.
Because some of the places in LA have some funky architecture. Some of them have like wall clocks on the
Yeah.
outside that are like look like huge stars and they're
Yeah.
kind of funky and weird.
Yeah, because they made a bunch of these apartments that
'Cause
were
the
all just kind of
carports,
like
right?
squares. Yeah, they were all just big squares. And so to make them look cool in the 60s, they did a bunch of weird shit on them. And some of it's still there, but some of it's not. Like mine, it's gone. There used to be a big sign that said Bronson Tropics, and it's gone now.
Oh, yes. So your place is like a historical apartment site for like in terms of its architecture,
Not exactly.
but it's in that
It's
realm.
in that book.
Yeah, oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's. I think. Why do I have a crazy deja vu right now?
Yeah, I guess we talked about this. I wonder if it was. Hey, sound off in the comments. Have we already talked about it? Are we driving you crazy because we're repeating this anecdote?
No one's commenting.
Yeah, we lost our pervert.
What do you mean? Oh yeah.
I think because I called him out for using AI,
Yeah.
and I don't regret it.
Well, I could use some bots. Okay, Russia, where are you? Give me some bots. My old place in Los Angeles was like I was there for like 5 years. I was a roommate for years, and it was passed down for so many like my old roommate's brother passed it down to her, and then before that he had it from someone else.
Yeah. That's all the best apartments in
And
the world.
it was
are
rent
like that.
controlled.
Yeah.
And it was a rent controlled apartment in the heart of West Hollywood. I was paying $820 a month
That's crazy.
for my own bedroom, my own parking spot.
That's amazing.
But when you live in a place that's rent controlled for over 15 years, the landlord does not give a fuck
they
about
want
your
you
life.
out. Yeah, they want you out. They're not going to do anything to update it.
Anything. It's really they're really kind of waiting you out.
Yeah.
See how far they can go before it's like, you have to call somebody and say, hey, you have to get rid of these ants.
Yeah. No, they're not going to do anything.
I've
for
seen
you.
cockroaches in my old place. Have you ever seen like an LA cockroach?
Oh yeah.
Like a real LA cockroach?
yeah.
Like in your bathroom?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. People don't know. Okay, listen. You got problems, I'm sure, in the Midwest. You got, I don't know, badgers and drunk college kids punching you out.
Yeah. Ice.
ice, maybe our
Deer.
deer,
Eating your granola right out of your pantry there. But
boomer dads who call you gay for no
Yeah.
reason. You got your problems, right? But in LA, we don't have like rats as much as New York does because I feel like we have coyotes and raccoons in the city that are and possums that are eating them.
we have, and we're less like stacked on top of each other. And I think rats thrive kind of in the crevices in between places. And we've
Density.
got-
They thrive on density. But we got cockroaches, and man, one time I opened my bathroom door, and the cockroach was like scurrying and then stopped, and it was literally the size of like I don't know. It was like that. It was so big.
Yeah, like a Matchbox car.
Yeah, it was like a Matchbox car. It was like a Tonka truck.
Yeah.
Just there. And I didn't know what to do. I was like, So then I was like, I just put a cup on them, put a piece of paper, let them out.
Yeah, that's my move.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Then I came back 2 days later, 4 of them were there.
No way. He told his friends.
He told his friends. And that's the thing with LA. No one can keep a secret about
Nobody.
a cool hang.
Yeah. It's going to get overrun so fast.
It's like when a nice coffee shop shows up in LA, everyone knows about it, and then there's a line.
Yeah. Dude, 2 weeks later, there was a line. 200 cockroaches lined up around the block to get into Eddie's apartment.
Oh, I know. So then he was like on the floor and stuff like that, and then I literally freaked out, grabbed his shoe, and was like, gah, 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 gah. Felt great.
Yeah.
Felt great. And then I grabbed him and then got a pin, heated it up, went into his eyes like that. And when yeah, you came into the wrong house, did you? Oh, I know. You're gonna live forever.
He just broke all their legs.
There we go. Let me just 1 leg, 2 legs, 3 legs. He's like taped to the floor. There you go. Ooh.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends they shouldn't fuck with me.
Have I told you the horrifying story about how I caught a mouse in my apartment one time?
No.
Oh, it's awful. It's an awful story. I'll tell you.
Please.
Okay.
We need to soak up some time.
Yeah. I have in the past I have caught mouse in the like humane traps, and I just let them. I drove them all the way to the Silver Lake Reservoir and let them out there.
You did not do that.
I did.
You caught a mouse?
2 mice.
And you let them out. How far did you drive?
A few miles, because I heard that if you don't go more than a few miles, it'll just find its way back in. So
What? It's not Lassie.
that's what I heard, and I really didn't want to come back.
It's Vermin.
So I took it to.
Spider House rules.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Whoa, you got some big ass spiders over there.
They're doing a lot of work here.
Yeah. Anyways, so I did that one time. Then another time, I come home. It was crazy because I left my apartment at maybe like 5 p.m. and my roommate was there. And then I come home like 10 p.m. and I go into the kitchen and there's a glue trap with a live mouse stuck to it. And so.
Wait, hold on. I just had a flashback to a Bumble date. Like just talking about our podcast. It's like 2 girls talking about sex. Not gonna fly.
So I see this thing and it's like it's making this awful noise, and I'm like, I'm gonna try, and I take it outside like down the block with a chopstick and try to like get it off the glue trap.
You're crazy.
I'm clearly just hurting it.
What is
more.
wrong with you? You're
I'm
too good of a
clearly
guy.
Just hurting it more.
You're too good of a guy.
I guess. And then I start feeling bad, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I really should put it out of its misery, but I don't know if I can. So I just like set it in a dumpster.
You're fucked. What are you doing?
It gets worse.
It's in pain.
I set it in the dumpster, but it was like the dumpster was full, so it was just sitting on top. And honestly, it was because I saw people coming, and I didn't want to be standing there with this mouse that was like screeching, so I just set it down and walked away.
Oh my god!
And I got all the way back to my apartment, and I was like, you can't leave it out there. So I went back, found it, put it upside down on the sidewalk, and stomped on the glue trap.
Oh.
And the second it stopped making noise, I felt so much relief.
Yeah, I mean, it took you a while to get there, but that's the right move.
Yeah, it took me a while. I let it suffer for way too long, but I did eventually put it out
Oh
of
my
its misery.
god, you're too good of a guy.
Dude, I don't want to kill a little critter. He's just
What are you
he was
talking
so
about,
cute. He's a
man?
little guy. He was so cute.
Oh my god, you're I don't get it. You're like a meat eater. You love the killing animals.
Sure, I love to eat them.
There you go. you say the story, you just opened up a memory in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said this story before, but I don't think so. But same scenario. I'm a kid, and I don't know how old I'm. I'm like maybe 7, 6, maybe 7, 8, whatever. My old house growing up, there we had a sticky trap behind the garbage can.
Yeah.
Right? Apparently we had mice in the house. I didn't know. So then I remember being a kid, throwing something in the garbage, and all I hear is,
Ugh,
and I click the lights, and I see the mouse on the sticky trap, just like struggling. I gasped. I was a kid. I was like, Mom, Dad. My dad comes over. Now listen, my dad's an old school
yeah, I'm guessing
farm,
he has zero qualms.
old school farm guy from Europe, okay? Dude, this moment is in my brain forever. There was a shed right next. There was like a little shed next to our kitchen. All his tools were there. He takes it. I peek through the door like that. He grabs it, sticky trap, grabs a hammer, holding a bloody hammer. He looks at me and goes like this, and I was just like, and I went to bed that night and just like watched like death happen, like just like. And that memory is in my brain forever. Dude.
Yeah.
My father just like,
And the nod.
he's like, gives me the hammer. And I was like this. He's like,
More. Hit it harder, Eddie.
okay. And I just grabbed the neighbor's cat. he's like,
Yeah.
You know what's funny? That story right there is either a story of a guy who never really took to animals as pets, or Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
That's like the origin story for like a serial killer.
Yeah.
Thank God it turned out the way it did.
Yeah, honestly, it could have gone so different.
Oh my God, this could have been an elaborate ruse to kill a friend. Yeah. That's how crazy I could have been. I could have been like, okay, release the gas, and then I make love to your body and kill you.
Whoa.
Oh, hey, I said love.
Look, if you're going to kill me, that's fine, but don't violate my corpse,
I said making love.
Okay, yeah.
God, don't make it weird.
You're in court like, Your Honor, I object. I did not violate his corpse. I made love
Am I a
to it.
criminal? Yes. But I made love
Am
to
I a
his...
murderer?
Yes. But I made love to him as well. Imagine that was Dahmer.
Am I a gentle lover? Also,
Yes. Imagine that's Dahmer's defense. It's like, listen, first of all, I'm a lover first.
Yeah.
Second, then a cannibal.
Then a cannibal.
I ate the men because I loved them.
And I just wanted to carry them around in my tummy. I loved them so much.
Listen, I loved every one of those male black prostitutes, okay? And I wanted to feel them inside of me so bad, I ate them.
Yeah, Your Honor, my only crime is loving too much.
Is it a crime to eat another man? Sure. Is it a crime to love that man before you eat him? No.
Yes. Do I? I mean, no.
He's like, his lawyer's like, just plead insanity.
Just stop.
Plead insanity. Jeff, insanity, please.
I'm begging you.
Oh, man. Back then, transition glasses really, when you look back to the guys in the 70s that were serial killers and they had those transition glasses, how didn't you think they were criminals? But then again, they all did them back then. They all wore transition glasses.
I feel like transition glasses are a 90s invention. Am I crazy?
Maybe you're right.
I think they had not transit, but like gradients.
Yes.
Yeah. So they were sort of the pre-transition.
What else is going on? What else is happening? What's happening in your life?
I witnessed a minor car accident yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Fender bender,
yeah.
Between two? Between who?
Between who? I mean, I didn't meet them personally.
Okay.
But I just was driving down Fountain. It was just so weird to see it happen in front of me because it didn't make any sense how this person could have. I'm driving down Fountain, right? There's a car in front of me, and then a car. There's like plenty of time between that car and myself for this person who's on, the right side, my right side, who's about to turn left onto Fountain. Plenty of room if they just wait for that car. They can turn out in front of me, but they just go too soon and just clip the back of this car driving down Fountain on their way. It was so bizarre. Just like, what what were you doing? Because nobody was going fast. Like it all happened kind of slow. It's very strange to witness.
What are those driverless cars called in Los Angeles? Waymo cars.
Yeah, you ever been in one?
No, have you?
No, we were just talking about that. I was just talking about that.
It's like an Uber, right?
Yeah, sometimes if you call an Uber, sometimes it's a Waymo.
So how does it work? Is it like, is there any kind of greeting? Like, hi, you're in a Waymo.
Great question. I'd love to know. I'd also love to know if it's going to get mad if I get in the driver's seat.
I wonder if you could be in a Waymo and fool around with a girl in the back seat.
Oh,
Does the
I don't see why
Waymo
not.
stop?
Great. Let's start ordering Ubers just for the pure science of it all.
So let's just say I order a Waymo,
Okay.
me and the wife, and we get in the back, and we've had a few drinks.
And there's no driver.
There's no driver. We start fooling around the back seat. Does the Waymo pull over?
I wonder I bet if you take off your seatbelt, it pulls over.
Really?
Yeah, that's a guess, but I don't know. That's a guess, but also I bet I could have sex with a seatbelt on.
Yeah.
I could figure that out.
We could at least give each other handies.
Yeah. Oh, hand stuff.
I wonder.
It's going down
No,
on the Waymo.
Do something, Waymo. If it doesn't pull over, that'd be kind of crazy. Because if it crashes or something happens, you can't help but feel like, we should have been paying attention.
Should have been. Yeah. Well, then, that would make me wonder. Like, okay, was Waymo watching us?
Did he want way more?
Anyway, was he saying Waymo? Waymo.
Have you ever fooled around in a cab or Uber before? I've never done it.
No, I don't think so.
I have too much respect.
No, I've fooled around in the back of some cars.
Yeah,
Never one that
of course.
hired.
I've never fooled around in like a cab with another woman or anything like that. Just
But
because
just with yourself.
Yeah, I have fooled around with myself.
Yeah.
In the back of a car. That'd be a funny way to say you jack off. I'm fooling around with
I was
myself.
fooling around.
With myself. Not even just like fooling around with myself. I took advantage of myself actually. Didn't think I was gonna do that to me, but I let it happen to me. I've never fooled. I was so aggressive with me.
Yeah.
I think that's how narcissists talk about joking.
I didn't exactly take advantage of myself, but I was very aggressive with myself.
At first, I was gentle with myself, and then things got out of my hand.
Yeah.
And then I got aggressive with myself. It's a narcissist talking about touching themselves. But I've never fooled around in the back of a cab or Uber. Number one, because I have respect for the driver.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
I don't want to feel uncomfortable.
I think it would be different. I mean, it's not much better, but in a cab with the plastic partition, at least there's some amount of separation of the space. But in it's like this is somebody else's car.
I know.
He maybe has to pick up his own children in this car later.
I know. And I've never eaten in the back of an Uber. I've asked, hey, can I have some nuts or some Coke or like a can of Coke or whatever, or like a soda or something like that?
Well, yeah, that's nice of you because I will bring a beverage into the back and not ask, and then I kind of recently realized like, oh, I should ask before I do something like that.
But one of the reasons why I've never fooled around the back of an Uber, not that I've never had chances to, was that
oh, I'm getting asked.
I'm getting demanded now.
I'm out of bars. Chicks are like, let me order an Uber right now so we can fool around in the back.
But I think the reason why is because I just feel bad for the driver.
Yeah.
But also, he's talking to his whole family on the phone.
It's true.
You know?
You ever had an Uber driver smoke a cigarette while driving you around?
No.
You wouldn't allow that, would you?
No, are you crazy?
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Here's the thing. In America, there's a lot of people that are like, speak the language. A lot of crazy right-wingers are just like, speak the language. Yeah. Bro, I love that an Uber driver or a driver doesn't speak it's white noise, ironically.
Yeah.
Not white noise.
Yeah. No, now this is something that my girlfriend and I were talking about because we had an Uber not that long ago where the guy truly didn't say one word. And that's because I agree the less talking the better, but it reaches a certain point where it's like, I do want a hello and a goodbye. That's it. That's all I need. But if you truly don't say one word, then I don't know, it's just a little off-putting, and I guess it's like I'm trying to be, I want to be considerate. Maybe this guy doesn't speak English, and that's totally fine, but just hey, how's it going? Just acknowledge. I'll acknowledge you're a person, you acknowledge I'm a person, and then we're on our way.
I love a big city Uber because it's very transactional.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you get in, let's go, thank you, bye.
Yeah.
Small town Uber?
Dude, I have heard some small town Uber drivers say some really racist and homophobic stuff.
Oh man, you get in a small town Uber, you're listening to conspiracy theories. You got guys being like, "Just how you guys doing? Good. Where you guys heading from? Coming from? Coming from Los Angeles? Oh, nice. Full of fakes and pedophiles." Huh? I'm like, yeesh.
Yeah, I was in we went to Joshua. I stayed in an Airbnb in Joshua Tree with my ex, and we got a cab or an Uber or something back to the place, and he was telling us about how all the F slurs are buying up all the property, and then you're in this guy's car, and he's taking you to where you're going to sleep in a strange place,
Right.
and so you just have to be like, like.
I think if it's funny. Like when you're in a small town Uber too, it always starts out friendly.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Where are you guys coming from?" "Oh, no way. I got a cousin that lives in California. He says the weather there is great. Jean jacket all through the winter. It sounds like a dream." I go, "Yeah, it does sound like a dream. You know what sounds like a dream? What's that? The moon landing never happened."
Yeah.
Like, excuse me? Yep. They killed JFK because he was an operative for the Russian government. Like, what are you talking about? You don't really believe that Michael Jackson killed himself, do you? Oh my God, it's like a 5-minute drive.
Yeah.
You deep state? Illuminati? You deep state?
You know the KGB put that worm in RFK Jr.'s freaking brain, right?
Mm-hmm. Milk's making the kids gay. Just thought you'd know.
As soon as they put it in bags, I knew it.
Yep. All this MSG? No. Yep, it's putting a worm in our brains and controlling us from the
lowering
inside.
Our sperm counts.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Anyway, enjoy your dinner with your family. What else is going on? What's happening right now in the news? It's happening. Got any news stories happening?
I didn't really look up any news stories, but did you see that thing where Trump talked about Arnold Palmer's penis?
What?
Did you not see this?
Okay, first let's get before we get into that one. First, let's talk about Donald Trump at the McDonald's.
I haven't looked into this too much.
Are you serious?
I've just seen like headlines. Tell me more about it.
So apparently, Kamala Harris, she said she worked at McDonald's, one of her first jobs. Not that crazy of a story. A lot of people had a first job at McDonald's. Of course, the other side's like, it never happened. There's no record of it. There's like a lot of people being conspiratorial about it all.
Show us the transcript.
Show us the uniform.
Yeah. There's probably no way to really verify that.
She was probably like 15. I don't know.
Yeah, who cares?
Is there any record of me working at a department store in Toronto?
Yeah. Find the records of me working at the retail store Tuesday morning in Linwood in 2005.
Yeah. If someone could bring up that documentation, that'd be
Honestly,
insane.
it'd be crazy. Yeah.
Especially back then when it was like, she was like, working at McDonald's in the 70s,
Yeah.
bro?
That's all on paper.
I think
None of that made it into a computer.
I'm pretty sure Kamala got paid in cash.
Yeah.
At McDonald's in the 70s.
Yeah,
There's no way
no.
that they kept a record of that.
No.
You just showed up. It was a job.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Donald Trump was working drive-thru at the McDonald's.
I saw some clips of this, yes.
Now, the best part about this all is that he's doing it as a big like F you to Kamala. Like, look, I worked at McDonald's more days than you have.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, sure.
But the best part about this is
Sick dunk.
best part about this is that first of all, there's people coming in through the drive-through, right?
Uh-huh.
And the comments in some of these videos are like, wow, imagine being in that drive-through. Amazing. Wow, what a great surprise. There's no surprise. Those people were vetted.
Yeah, this is a presidential candidate. There's no one who's going through that drive-through who they don't. They're going to make sure there's nobody with a gun in their car.
Dude, there's no way those people aren't vetted before they go through drive-thru. And I saw one where there was this like Indian family where it's like, "Oh, Mr. President, yada yada yada. Oh my God, I love you, sir." Yada yada. He's like, "Oh, thank you very much. I hope you're okay after you've been shot." And all I could think was like, for sure a plant.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, we need a family, an ethnic family, a brown family.
A not white family.
To go through and absolutely adore him. And they auditioned them. And it was like, how about us? Like, browner.
Yeah.
Perhaps us? too brown. And they went through. But I would love it if there was no vetting. Imagine someone goes through drive-thru and they'd be like, holy fuck.
Yeah, that would be so bizarre. Can you imagine? Oh, my God.
Dude, it's bizarre enough if you run into a guy you kind of know working at a department store or fast food joint. Imagine you ran into someone in your high school and they're working at McDonald's. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Instead of seeing that guy's orange head, being like, hi.
That would be terrifying. And I would not trust that my order was prepared correctly.
What if
he doesn't work there?
What if it starts like a cavalcade? Not cavalcade. What starts like a new trend of like political figures just working drive-thrus?
That maybe not be the worst thing. They should maybe they should have to. They should all have to work a minimum wage job for a week.
Oh, interesting.
It's 1 week. You want to be the president? Understand how people fucking live out here, dude.
Yeah, you're right. I think if you're going to be the president of the United States, for 1 week, you have to work in a drive-thru for a franchise restaurant or fast food place.
At like an Amazon fulfillment center.
Yeah. Like if Kamala Harris wants to be my president, I want to see her just trying to figure out people's names on the side of a Starbucks cup.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, well, what's your name?
Jornt? Like Jornt? Jornt?
Okay, well, I have a funny name too.
Happens to everybody, huh?
I'm a middle class kid who's just had a funny name as well. Like, okay.
And I own a gun too, and they have to be like, you can't tell the customers you own a gun. You gotta stop talking about your gun at work.
Imagine Kamala getting robbed working drive-thru at a Starbucks. It's like, I got a gun. Give me your money. She's like, I also had a Glock.
That is so weird to think, because there's like, an election is essentially a very long job interview process.
Of course, yeah.
And there are very few job interviews where you can just be like, of course I own a Glock.
Oh my God, you're right. No. Imagine,
unless you're like applying to work at the gun store or the gun factory,
or like you're a gun wrangler for a movie called
Prop Master.
Yeah, like or the movie Rust with Alec Baldwin.
Yes. Yeah, any other job though, if you bring up your Glock, they're gonna be like, that's a hard no hire.
Oh my God, you're not gonna bring it here, are you?
Yeah.
Well, if you cross me, I might.
Yeah. This is an Audi dealership.
I don't think I've ever heard a woman out in any professional sense outwardly say, I have a Glock.
No, I've never heard. Well, I mean, we're freaking liberal cucks. Nobody we know is carrying a Glock.
No. We're liberal cucks to the point where, like, I don't think I've ever seen a mom do a finger gun to her in public.
You grew up different because I saw more guns than I wanted to growing up.
I grew up in Canada. There's no guns.
People
got punched out though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't see guns in threatening situations. I saw guns in like party situations where we were at like a house party and someone in the house owned a gun and was just like, yeah, check out my gun. It's not loaded.
Right.
And I'd still be like, I'm leaving the room. Like, I don't care what you say about it not being loaded. That's what people say right before they accidentally shoot somebody in the face. I'm out of here.
Do you remember, this is showing my age, but do you remember the show 90210?
I mean, I remember it, but I don't know if I've ever
with
seen
Jason
a full.
Priestley
I don't think I've ever seen a full episode.
Doherty,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
One of the characters died because he was like, "Hey, want to see my dad's gun?" And he was just doing like a rodeo, flipping it like that.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Hey, man, is that even loaded?" Nah, I don't know. And then he shot himself.
Oh my God.
And all I could think was, as a kid, like, man, I'm never going to a house party in America. Like I was ever going to be invited. You know? like I'm like a 10-year-old kid going to America. Want to go to a house party? There's guns there. No, I've seen that episode 90210 when Brendan's neighbor killed himself with a cowboy hat on, pretending to be a cowboy.
Yeah, dude, there was enough media because that's also a plot point in the movie My Bodyguard. You don't see it, but he tells a story about how he was playing around with a gun and accidentally shot his brother and killed him. But yeah, I think that happened enough in media and then in the news that like, if I see a gun, I'm out of there, dude.
Yeah, imagine. Okay, let's get back on this point. Okay, political figures, you got to do drive-thru.
Got to do drive-thru.
So, what's your reaction if you saw Ted Cruz's weird head just popping out of at a
that would really
at a Burger King?
That would be a real test for me. because like
Let's say you're super hungry. You want to get that Whopper with cheese. And then you go through and Ted Cruz like, hello.
We got to make this realistic. I'm not going to Burger King. It's a McDonald's. It's a Jack in the Box. It's a Taco Bell.
You're not doing a Burger King in a pinch?
I truly don't think I've been to Burger King in 4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
When's the last time you had a Whopper?
It's been a long time.
A Whopper is like
A Whopper's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's like a beanbag chair.
Yeah.
It's so big. You ever seen how big they are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the last time I had a Whopper, it was an Impossible Whopper, which they don't do anymore. So look that up.
Impossible Whopper?
Yeah.
Impossible meat in the Whopper. I love when people make these like health choices. What vegan is like Impossible Whopper, please?
Well, I don't know if it's a health. For me, it's more about, environmental factors. I think it would be better from what I understand, it would be better for the planet if we all ate a little bit less beef.
Oh, I don't really eat red meat, but maybe
Eddie's a hero. Eddie's a fucking environmental hero. Greta Thunberg over here.
Well, I'll kill a rat over and over again with a hammer and then lick the hammer. Thanks, Papa. Yeah. But yeah, Ted Cruz, Mitch McConnell, his head was popping out of like a drive-through window.
Again, I would mostly be worried that my order was going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't trust any of these fucking idiots to do a job that requires attention to detail.
First of all, if Mitch McConnell was in the drive-through and he was handing me like a Starbucks coffee, he would just like pause halfway through.
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
you good?
And then some employee would just turn him around and just set him
March
down
him out.
slowly.
Yeah.
Joe Biden, the president?
Christ, I would be so. I would just be nervous for him. Like not even like all of my understanding of him as a politician would go out the window. I would just be like, is he gonna hurt himself?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of hot oil back there, slippery floors. Everybody, just keep an eye on him.
If Joe Biden was working drive-through at like a McDonald's or Burger King, first of all, I'd pull up and he'd be eating out of the bag. I'm like, Mr. President, that's for him. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're going to give everybody a bag.
Well, I was just making sure these French fries are good.
A bag of money to pay off your student loans. All right, yeah. Like, sir, you.
Can I have another ice cream cone?
Yeah. Tell Jill I'll be home late tonight. Trump's working drive-through, just literally just hitting on everyone in the drive-through.
Oh my God.
Everyone's like, oh my God, did you hear that someone was trying to shoot the president at the McDonald's? Like, no, I was just trying to rob the place.
Yeah.
Oh, the president's here? Yeah. Cool.
He would. I feel like Trump would also be like offering. He'd be on the headset, like offering them things that don't exist there. Like he'd be at the McDonald's, like, yeah, you want a pup cup too? Yeah, we'll get you a pup cup. Come on, we can get him a pup cup, right, guys?
Everyone's getting an ice cream cone. Everybody's getting an ice cream cone. The franchisee owners will be like,
Stop it.
How are we gonna?
No. And a taco salad, whatever you want.
Everyone's gonna get a cheeseburger. Everybody, and the franchisee's like, how are we gonna pay for this?
We're gonna get Mexico to pay for it. Right after they pay for the wall, they're gonna buy everybody a taco salad.
That'd be kind of funny if like a Mexican family comes to the drive-through and he pays them. The Mexican family pays them money for their burgers, and he's like, see. Mexico can pay for things. Next is the wall.
Next the wall.
You're going to be making a beautiful wall. Did he ever make any of the wall?
I don't know. I remember there being some story about some amount of construction on a wall somewhere, but I don't recall.
All right, so
we're at like 55.
Well, let's keep going.
I just want to make sure because I got a couple bits I wanted to.
I got a couple news stories.
Hit me with that news.
Let me see. So, okay, there is a news story that came out. It was sent to us by our good friend Jeffrey Plitz.
Shout out to Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff, Muscle Milk Jeff,
producer emeritus Jeff.
Oh my God, my good. You know he's like a brother to me. Sorry, he's like the friend of a brother.
That's so funny to call somebody like that guy. Yeah, dude, we're pretty close. He's kind of like, you have like a friend and they have a little brother. He's kind of like that little brother.
Oh, you have a brother and they have a friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like someone that a friend knows.
Yeah.
I love you, Jeff. I know you
Shout out to
listen.
Jeff
If you listen,
Blatt.
yeah, he's good. So he gave us a story. A man has been discovered to have 2 extra dongs, penises.
2 extra.
By medical
Save
students.
some for the rest of us, brother.
Yeah, man. So a man has been discovered to have 2 extra penises by medical students dissecting his body, marking only the second time ever someone has been found to have 3 penises. This incredibly rare triple penis phenomenon was founded by students at the University of Birmingham Medical School in the UK during a dissection of a 78-year-old man who had donated his body to science, according to a new paper in the publication Journal of Medical Case Reports. So basically, this guy donated his body to science.
Because he knew.
Because he knew.
He knew.
He donated his body
Honestly, what a pretty baller move.
He donated his body to science, okay? And then they dissected his body, and they found that he had 3 pieces in his pants. Now, listen.
And hold on. They found this out while dissecting him or while removing his drawers?
I wonder if his family was like, here's my dad. Tell me what you find. Here's my beautiful husband, and you might want to start with the pants.
Yeah, anything notable, just let us know.
Oh, yeah. He was a hell of a guy, almost too much guy. Dude, if
my father was maybe 3 times the man I'll ever be.
Oh man, thank God he was dead.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? Thank God he was dead.
Because imagine some guys like. First of all, imagine he was alive during this when this happened, and he's like, "Hey doc, I think I got something wrong down in my groin area. Well, let's take a look." And he's just like, "Oops,
Oops.
yep,
You don't think he went to a doctor and had this checked out at some point in his life?
yeah, that's 3, buddy. Yeah, call your friends. Yeah. Call the whole building in. Take a look.
Oh, call the papers. Call the news. Call 3 chicks.
Yeah. Imagine at 78 he's dead, but imagine a college bro right now with 3 dongs.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, he's hanging out with a woman. She's like, "You got a condom, right? You want me to wear a condom?" Yeah, I could do that.
I could wear 1 condom.
Sure. Oh, if they were all evenly sized, that'd be kind of crazy.
That would, because it's right. He must have had 2 little guys hanging.
Yeah,
off
no, they're like parasitic twins. They're just
Yeah.
it's just basically you had 1 dong and then 2 nubs. But in my mind, you know what's funny? This guy really is a medical marvel because him and the 3 boobed woman from Total Recall.
Oh my God.
Meant to be together.
The magic they could have made.
Oh my
God.
Honestly, that's my Brad and Jennifer. That's my royal couple. That guy, 3 dong dude, and the 3-breasted woman from Total Recall. If they should be on the red carpet.
They really should. They should have been stars. That guy should have. We should have known this guy's name a long time ago.
She's like, I've got 3, and he's like, so do I.
Yeah, join the club.
You
bro.
can all 3 boobs could be used.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's
So-
a lot that guy could have done.
Imagine the family must have known.
They must have. That's why you don't. I mean, that had to have been why he donated
Yeah.
his body to science. Because if he, because I assume this guy went to the doctor at some point, and a doctor was like, "Hey, have you noticed you have 2 extra dicks?" But
He's like, "What?"
Because of HIPAA stuff, they
Right.
weren't allowed to tell anybody.
But this is the UK.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they have something.
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
probably better ones.
Yeah, probably.
Better rules, right?
And he was probably like, yeah. I don't want people to know about this, but when I'm dead,
See, here's the thing.
do whatever you want with
As
it.
mature, educated men as we are, we have a primal part of our brain that can't help but be like, they're probably 3 even ones, and they're all huge.
Yeah, dude, he's probably got 21 total inches of dong.
Oh, they're just 3 even veiny schlongs.
Oh my
just
God,
ready,
just
ready to roll.
3, yeah,
Like a
toddlers
Gatling gun, just
holding apples.
Yeah, but in actuality, despite the normal appearance of external genitalia on examination, the dissection of a 78-year-old white male revealed white too. Yeah, it's kind of if it was a African American man, that'd be the front page of the paper because there'd be so much dong. Too small supernumerary. Supernumerary? What's that word say?
Supernumerary.
Supernumerary penises stacked in a sagittal orientation posteriority to their primary penis. Oh, so they were like stacked.
They were stacked.
And the researchers wrote in the paper.
Damn, I'm gonna have to get somebody to draw me a diagram. Hey, if you're an artist, could you look up this article and a medical dictionary and try to figure out what they're trying to say and draw a diagram and send it
They're really going into detail here.
directly to me?
Oh, here's a picture.
No.
Oh my God.
No, there's not a picture. There should be for science. Somebody should see that.
Yeah, screen cap that for later when me and the missus are in.
Do they have like a diagram?
You have a diagram, yeah.
Do they really? Can I see that?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Wait, so that's crazy. So he had the power of 3 dongs just like inside of one dong.
Yeah, yeah. And
Damn, that's nuts. So now I do wonder, did he know?
Yeah, he's got like 3 dongs.
Did he know?
Oh, they're in there.
He must have been talking with his friends, like, you know when you grab your wiener and it feels like it's shifting around in there? Like they're all kind of piling on top of each other in there, and they were like, what?
I wonder if he ever had a moment when he talked to his doctor, was like, I get this weird thing. Every time I go to the urinal, take a leak, it just runs down my legs, even though it's going straight into the urinal. Any idea? Any come across this at all? Or anyway,
I wonder if he ever got hard in like 1 or 2 of them and not the other one. There's one just being dragged along. I don't want to have sex. I'm tired.
It must be like a band or a sketch group, or one of them's like, "Come on, guys, we gotta perform." And the other dongs are just like, "We don't even like her. She's not our type. She's too big for us."
Yeah, they all have distinct personalities.
Yeah, one dong is like, "Okay, how about you handle this? We'll be back here just laying
I'll
low."
smoke a cigarette.
Yeah. Yeah, so that story happened. Also, I got to play this. I thought this was kind of cool. This is kind of ridiculous, actually. Or should I save it for the next podcast? What time we're at? Oh, we're at an hour. I'll save this for the next one.
Save it for the next one.
Save it for the next one. Let's run some bits, and then we'll tie this up in a nice little bow.
Nice little tiny little bow. I saw a news story. This is a bit that I'm trying to work out. I saw a news story. The news story is not funny. Just to preface, it's not funny. But a big truck, its brakes failed. It plowed through an intersection. It killed 4 people. Very sad. Not funny. But they had security camera footage of the accident. It was awful to look at. And then they had another angle from inside a man's car where he was filming a vlog, and you could see the truck like zoom by.
Oh my God!
And then him going like, "Wah!" And it made me think, whatever our next like national tragedy is, there are so many people filming content of themselves constantly,
Right.
that we're gonna have so much footage that starts with like a guy interviewing people on the street being like, "Gay son or thought daughter," and then as he does that, the Capitol building explodes behind him or something.
Oh yes, I see what you mean.
Yes.
So let's just say 9/11 happened today.
Ah, yes. 9/11 happened today. There would be a guy.
There'd be some guy being like, "Excuse me, sir. How much money do you pay in rent in New York?" And then Tower 2.
I pay $1,500 a month. Where do you live? I live in that building right there. As the plane hits it.
Man, that'd be funny. Excuse me, sir. What do you do for a living? Well, I actually sell insurance. Like, oh, really? Wow. Tower 2 down. Delta American Airlines flight. Boom. That is 100% true. Like if 9/11 happened today, someone was making content on the streets of New York, probably in and around the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
Like something.
A guy
Clearly
reviewing the latest menu item from Taco Bell. Like,
hey guys, let's find the best bagel in New York City. And we're gonna start right here. Boom, boom.
Yeah. And especially the first one, they'd be like, it ruined the shot.
Oh, no.
I got to do it again. And then they set it up 15 minutes later, and it's the second time.
Dave Portnoy's doing like a pizza review. Yeah. Look at that. No flop. It's not dropping at all. Bang, bang. Is Taylor Swift here? Is Caitlin Clark here? Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, if 9/11 happened today.
if 9/11, yeah, you could be like, if 9/11 happened today, someone was making content right before that happened, which
Yeah.
means they got that in the shot. Isn't that crazy to think someone literally went up to somebody, excuse me, sir, how much money do you pay for rent in here in New York? Well, $1,500 and I live right there. No!
My computer's in there.
No! Oh my God! What the hell? I just set up a green screen. I came up for a coffee. Are you serious? Oh my God, I bought all that podcast equipment. It's not even shaking up about it. Gen Z is just so dullened by social media that tragedies don't even affect it that much. Oh my God, are you serious? I was gonna work out my trainer. Anything else? I think that might be the angle, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good angle.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna try it. And then this is another one. I was in my car and I use text to or speech to text when I'm driving around. I use
what
Siri.
that is?
Yeah, I do that a lot. When it's a sent with Siri, that means I'm driving around. And I got frustrated with it yesterday because I was trying to send a sort of flirty text to my girlfriend.
Ooh.
And but for whatever reason, if the first word in your text is also, Siri can't recognize that. I think it interprets it as like, oh, this is for another message or something. So I kept trying to say, also, I want to squeeze your butt. I was, sending a flirty text. But I was getting frustrated with Siri, so I was driving around in my car being like, also, I want to squeeze your butt.
Wow.
Did I peak?
Yeah. In every way. That's funny. I think it'd be kind of funny if I can't flirt text. I can't. What's it called? Text.
It's like a flirty text.
No, but
sexting.
No, what's it?
Speech to text.
I can't do speech to text because it just makes me feel like I'm a drill sergeant.
Yeah,
because I can't.
I have to enunciate and speak so clearly.
Well, I can't be like, I can't wait to do you tonight. Yeah. Period. You better not be on your period. Period. Do you want me? Question mark.
Yeah, driver. I'm so hard for you right now.
Period.
Do you want my dick? Question mark.
I want your pussy so bad. Exclamation mark. When I get there, comma, you're in big trouble, comma, in a good way. Period. Some of the period really help. It's very hard, text to speech. When talking dirty,
to sext, sext to or speech to sext, kind of impossible.
Yeah. If you don't use that as a bit, that should be the clip.
That could be. Why not both?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
you're in big trouble tonight, baby. I'm gonna break your backside. Period. Speech to text, sexting is insane.
Yeah, you can't. I learned that lesson.
I'm gonna do you so hard! Exclamation mark. You like that? Question mark.
It's and then also, because if you're trying to have that conversation, then Siri is reading you her messages like, "Ooh, baby, yes, I want you in me so deep,"
and you're just like, "Don't send that." I got better at it. Yeah. That's very funny. Ooh. Okay, I got a quick bit, and then we gotta hightail it out of here and plug some stuff. Butt plug. You want that tonight? Period. Clean the butt plug. It's not just giving information.
Also, don't forget to clean the butt plug.
Just like period. Are you in your period? Period? Question mark?
Question mark.
Okay. So I'm married now, and a buddy of mine said to me one time, what would you do if your wife cheated on you? And my response was, listen, man, if my wife cheated on me, I would actually use it as a way to get out of things that a husband is supposed to do. Mm-hmm. So my wife's like, hey, we're going to a baby shower tomorrow. Like, hey, didn't you cheat on me? I'm staying home. She's like, you forgot my birthday. You forgot your vows. Watching the game.
Yeah. You didn't take out the trash. You didn't take that guy's penis out of your mouth.
You're trash.
Yeah.
Just like constantly just be like, use it against her because I'm with her forever. But if she were to I go outside the marriage, I would use that as ammunition to get out of things that a husband would do.
Yeah.
We're taking my mom out for dinner. How about you take yourself with your mom, and I'll take. I got to use it away remind because I had the line like, "We're going to a baby shower. Didn't you cheat on me? Staying home. You forgot my birthday. You forgot your vows. Watching the game. Maybe one more. It's always always a rule of threes. Oh, the trash.
Yeah.
But do I sound too much like an Al Bundy character? Like, take out the trash. Like my wife says that. But then again, I'm a husband.
Yeah. Whatever.
I'm a wife. As a boyfriend, I would said that.
Yeah.
She would say that all the time. Anyway, she doesn't listen to this podcast because I don't think I actually hide her on Instagram. She doesn't know that I haven't do this. But anyway,
she thinks we're working out here.
Oh yeah, we're just giggling and just because I'm laughing at your form. Like you're not supposed to live like that. I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
Great time.
Hey, thanks for being part of this episode of Oh Hell Yeah. We did a long one today. Ooh, you guys got your money's worth.
You're friggin'
109.
welcome.
Do us a favor, everybody. If you're at this point in the podcast, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Help this show out. Leave a comment. Let us know your favorite part. We put a lot of work into these shows, and any kind of engagement would really help us out. If you're listening to this on a Thursday and you're in San Diego, we're going to be at Mic Drop Comedy Club, but you probably won't, so that's fine. But we have other shows coming up. If you're in Los Angeles, Totally Comedy Show every single Wednesday. And Nico's on November 17th. Go to that place, a Hot Girl Bar. All right, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.